Renee Zellweger's Meghan Markle luggage joke sparks new firestorm of criticism. It started as a casual joke, an offhand remark from an A-list actress on late-night television. But within hours, Renee Zellweger's playful jab at Meghan Markle had ignited yet another controversy, reigniting the fierce debate surrounding the Duchess of Sussex's lavish lifestyle. Appearing on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, Zellweger quipped about Meghan's excessive luggage after returning from the 2025 Invictus Games, joking that it was enough to relocate. Laughter erupted in the studio, but outside those walls, the response was anything but amused. This seemingly light-hearted comment struck a nerve, exposing once again the deep divide between Meghan's supporters and critics. Because behind the joke lay a pointed truth, one that has been simmering beneath the surface for years. Meghan Markle's public image continues to clash with the very values she claims to champion. Private jets, luxury luggage, and the Invictus Games controversy. Meghan's early departure from the Invictus Games, a global event dedicated to wounded veterans, was already raising eyebrows. The decision to leave before the event concluded was seen by many as dismissive of the very people she was there to support. But it was how she left that truly set off a firestorm. Meghan didn't just quietly slip away. She took a private jet back to California, reportedly with a staggering amount of luggage. For an event meant to honor military heroes, the optics were undeniably bad. Critics quickly pointed out the glaring contradiction between the Invictus Games' message of resilience and self-sacrifice and Meghan's display of luxury and extravagance. Social media erupted. So let me get this straight. Wounded veterans are struggling, and Meghan Markle thinks now is a good time to show off her designer luggage collection, one user wrote. She preaches about climate change but flies private, preaches about service but ditches the veterans early. Make it make sense, another added. Once again, Meghan found herself at the center of a public relations disaster, one that only deepened when more details about her time at the event surfaced. A speech that divided the crowd. At the Invictus Games opening ceremony, Meghan gave what was meant to be a heartfelt speech. But instead of keeping the focus on the veterans, she made it about herself. She heaped praise on Prince Harry, shared personal anecdotes about their family, and spoke extensively about her own experiences. It was a speech that seemed designed to be a tribute to her husband rather than the courageous athletes competing in the games. For some, it was yet another sign that Meghan Markle views every stage as her own personal spotlight. The Invictus Games are about veterans overcoming adversity. This wasn't the time for a love letter to Harry, one critic wrote. She just had to make it about herself, didn't she? Another added. Others, however, defended her. Meghan's supporters argued that her speech brought more attention to the event and highlighted the sacrifices made by military families. She's showing support for her husband, who created this event. What's wrong with that? One fan tweeted. But even among her defenders, one question lingered. Why did she leave early? Too much PDA? Meghan and Harry's public affection sparks debate. Adding to the drama, Meghan and Harry's constant public displays of affection during the event became yet another flashpoint. While some saw their affectionate behavior, holding hands, giggling, whispering to each other, as harmless, others believed it was distracting from the real stars of the event, the veterans. It's not about them. Enough already, one veteran tweeted. We get it. You're in love. Can we focus on the competitors now? Another frustrated attendee remarked. The backlash wasn't just from the public. Some reports suggested that even inside the event, organizers were growing frustrated with Meghan and Harry's attention-seeking behavior. Renee Zellweger's joke, a reflection of public sentiment? Enter Renee Zellweger. Her offhand joke about Meghan's excessive luggage may have seemed trivial, but it resonated for a reason. It tapped into the growing perception that Meghan Markle's actions rarely align with her words. She preaches about humility, yet travels in private jets. She speaks about service, yet leaves a veterans event early. She claims to support military families, yet makes the moment about herself. And now, even Hollywood is taking notice. Zellweger's remark was a rare moment where a major celebrity, one with no connection to the royal drama, acknowledged the growing skepticism surrounding Meghan's public persona. But as expected, Meghan's defenders were quick to push back. Renee Zellweger is a Hollywood actress. She has no right to comment on Meghan's life, one fan fumed online. It was just a joke. The media is making too much out of this, another argued. Yet if history has taught us anything, it's that humor often reveals underlying truths. And in this case, Zellweger's quip reflected what many have been thinking for years. Meghan Markle's carefully curated image is starting to crumble under the weight of its own contradictions. The bigger question, authenticity or branding? The debate over Meghan Markle isn't just about a private jet, a speech, or even a Hollywood joke. It's about authenticity. At a time when people demand realness from public figures, Meghan's actions continue to feel curated, performative, and, to many, hypocritical. She positions herself as a humanitarian, yet lives in a $14 million mansion in Montecito. She advocates for women's empowerment, yet ghosts her own family. She champions humility, yet flies on luxury private jets while urging others to cut their carbon footprint. At what point do these contradictions catch up with her? A growing divide. For years, Meghan Markle has been one of the most polarizing figures in modern celebrity culture. To some, she's a symbol of empowerment, a woman who broke away from royal constraints to forge her own path. To others, she's a master manipulator, someone who says all the right things but lives by an entirely different set of rules. Renee Zellweger's joke may have been small, but it spoke volumes. Because when even Hollywood starts laughing at you, not with you, it's a sign that the tide is turning. And for Meghan Markle, the question remains, can she reclaim the narrative? Or has the world finally stopped buying what she's selling? Only time will tell.